A good Erev Shabbat. I'm very excited for this upcoming Shabbos. By now I'm sure you've seen our email update that tomorrow we're going to be doing our very first test of reopening Shabbat services once again. Because it is now permitted by the Washington State regulations for already a few weeks for us to resume services at 25% capacity indoors. We're going to try. We've done tremendous work downstairs, getting everything ready in a very safe way. There's a list of guidelines and a code of behavior you've probably seen in the email. All the seats are 8 feet apart. There's a special sanitation kit in the bathroom, hand sanitizers throughout. All the surfaces and the entire room have been sanitized. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you who have committed to be there tomorrow. Of course, I absolutely respect all of you who are not yet comfortable, and even though I'll be giving a sermon tomorrow here in Shul, I still want to share remarks virtually as I've done the last few weeks, and God willing plan to continue to do so until we can all safely congregate together. This week's Torah portion has a very powerful message, I think, especially in light of us testing out reopening tomorrow. We learn about the spies that scouted out the land of Israel. Moses sent them ahead of what was supposed to be the Jewish people's arrival in the land. And Moshe commanded them to bring back all they could find about how strategically they could take back the land. They come back and they gave reports about how mighty the nations who dwelled in the land of Israel at that time, was known as the land of Canaan, how mighty they were, and certain difficulties that the Jewish people would face when they would approach the land. And they concluded it will be too difficult for us to take over the land. And the Jewish people, and the spies in particular, were punished severely. And ultimately that entire generation did not make it into the land of Israel. The question becomes, why were they punished so severely for talking down about the possibilities of going to the land of Israel? Wasn't that their job? To see whether it would be possible strategically, etc. Wasn't that what Moses sent them for? Why are they getting punished for doing their job? The sages tell us that the problem in what they did was that they went forward, they found that information, that was great. The problem is that they came to a conclusion. We cannot conquer it, they said. And when Hashem gives us a mission, we always need to do our natural efforts to see how we can do things strategically. But if Hashem gives us a command, we'll do what's naturally possible, and Hashem will give us energy to do the rest. During this very challenging time period of COVID-19, I personally have been asked multiple times, Rabbi, how can we continue to fulfill the mitzvot? How can we continue to daven when we're not able to congregate as usual? How can we give charity when the economic situation is what it is? How can we celebrate mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs and weddings when the situation is as it is? And I feel like the lesson from this week's Torah portion is, on one hand, we got to scout out, we got to take the natural means, be strategic, be careful, but to realize that Hashem is going to give us the ability, if He commanded us to do it, to celebrate our Jewish practice one way or another. And that's why in these times, we got to continue davening at home if we're not going to be able to come to shul, and trying out, if we can naturally, to get together in shul. We'll be like the spies. We're going to test it out this week. We're going to see if it's going to work out. And hopefully everything will be safe and healthy, and we'll be able to resume regularly in the future. But ultimately, our Jewish practice is here to stay. Our Jewish pride is here to stay. Our Jewish identities are here to stay. And let's make sure that we're celebrating every single day. With Shabbat coming tonight, I can encourage you to bring the joy of Shabbat into your home by putting on a nice tablecloth, light the Shabbat candles, make it a special dinner tonight. If you're coming to shul tomorrow, that's fantastic. Remember, everyone needs to be signed up on our website in order for us to know exactly who is coming, because there's a very limited capacity. And we can all continue to celebrate even in these difficult times. May Hashem bless everyone with good health. I want to conclude with dedicating this message today in memory, in loving memory of the Rabbi, whose yahrzeit is this coming Wednesday night and Thursday. And we are going to be having a fantastic event with an A-list of speakers. And as you probably saw the update, including Israel's President, Reuven Rivlin. And I really hope to see you all there. OnePeopleOneHeart.org. I'm also going to share below a very powerful video about the Rebbe's thoughts about people with special needs and the incredible revolutionary approach the Rebbe had. I really encourage you to watch it if you have the time. Have a good Shabbat. Looking forward to seeing you very, very soon.